All right, what's up, y'all? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Um, Off the rip, let me just start by saying that we do a lot of stuff, right? And everything is not for social media. This is the reason why we curated breakout rooms. We've been having our own private community for 3 years now. That is a paid community. And I understand that everyone may not have the resources to join that community. Um, but that is where we really get to it the most at in that community. That is where, when we start talking about students bringing home a couple of thousand on deals or a lot of thousand on deals, it's happening in that room. It's happening from that program, right? But along our journey, we've understood that a lot of people may have not been in the position or have the resources to go to that level just yet. So we came up with a lesser price point. When I say lesser, really, I'm talking about for what we're doing and what we're offering in that community. It's almost a joke, right? And I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Like, we just have to be compensated because it costs us just to have the room. We have to pay a monthly fee just to have the room. So that room that we curated is only $4.99. Now, I do the trainings myself personally. I know that I can charge any amount I want. You know how many people have asked us to do one-on-one trainings, right? I get asked people throw us money for me to do one-on-ones with them. I always refuse to do one-on-ones because we like the group setting so we can help a bulk of people at one time. So when we came out with this Acres community, we were strategic on the price, only $4.99 a month, right? Like, and what we're doing in there for $4.99, if you're not a part of that, then we can't help. Like tonight, when I get off of here, I'm going to give you the invite or the opportunity to come into that Acres community. And once I get off of this call, I'm going to go into that community, the $4.99 community, and I'm going to do a training on the property that came in. Now, I'm well aware I'm worth more than $4.99. I'm well aware of that. It's not like this is like almost comical. So, like, when we put these things out and we be saying get in the room, like, we can't help no more than that. Like, because it costs just to have a system and to have a room. So we put it at the bare minimum. And when you're in, there's no pressure, like, because so people so tight on the dollar that they're afraid that for $4.99 that somebody's going to try to upsell them. I can't upsell you on something you don't want to be sold on. And the type of time we on right now is we're running with the runners. That's it. If you're one of them, then you're going to move at the pace that we're moving on. If you're not, then you're going to play catch up. And I'm not ashamed of that because we don't have time for that. My goals don't have time for you to catch up. Either you do or you don't. Get in where you fit in. So comment the word acres to get in the room. She said times is hard. See, it's the language that we use. So if times is hard, we have to position ourselves, right? Every chance that we get to move forward, we should take an opportunity to do that. Because for $4.99, that's less than a breakfast sandwich. And we're saying $4.99 one time a month. That's less than the cost of a breakfast sandwich. And for the game that you receive once you're in there. What I'm telling you is people pay me thousands of dollars for the game. And I'm saying for $4.90, if you join, somebody said I just joined. Just drop in the comments. Do we not go live in that room? Did we not have a free training last night? It's in the room. So for $4.99, you should take advantage of that if this makes sense. That's all I'm saying. If land ownership or investing in land makes sense, then you should take advantage of that at that price point. Is that Charlie Williams that's a part of the group? If so, Charlie's on all the calls. Is that the same Charlie Williams? If so, drop it in the comments, Charlie, if that's you that's on the calls. I could be wrong. It could be two Charlie Williams. All the time, he said, great information. We've went live in the room several times. Is it worth the price that you're paying, Charlie? $4.99. Am I withholding any game even for $4.99? So when I say this stuff, I keep telling you, we're not the guys that the social media guys that just do this for clout. Behind the closed doors or in front of the closed doors, I am who I am. If we're going to teach it, we're going to teach it. And yes, I would like to be compensated. I would like to be compensated for my time and my efforts. I don't have to go and train for free and show people anything. I don't have to do any of this. I don't even have to come on this live. We'll be doing, see, that's the difference between some of the course creators and the ones that's doing it for real. Because outside of social media, before social media, I have been doing this for 9 years. Before we had a social media page, this has been going on. So all we say is, and all I say is, for my efforts, for my energy, for my time, yes, as you would like to be, I would like to be compensated because I'm going to do it anyway. So I strategically came up with the price point of $4.99 because that's something that everyone should be able to afford. And this is not a sell. I'm just telling you what the truth of the matter is. The truth of the matter is the same game that my top tier community pays top tier money for, sometimes we drop that same information in the $4.99 community. So for those that's hearing the message, and I say comment the word acres, and you go join up now, when I get in that room, once I get off this live, you're going to see me evaluate a property. And you'll get a chance to see how my mind thinks and how we do what we do, and why everything that we talk about social media, why it makes sense. Now, it's up to you to take the game and do something with it. Because I'm not holding it back. It's real deals that we're looking at. These are not like practice deals that I go and find and say, hey, here's a practice deal for me to practice with the community on. It's real deals. So in approximately, I think I'm going to do this. I'll stay on here to 8:05, then 8:05. In fact, Charlie, I'm going to whip up, what time is it? I can't whip the link up yet because if y'all don't know that we have a farming community, Acre Boys Farming. That is our community, our Acre Boys Farming community. We train every Tuesday night, right? We're housed under one umbrella. So I can't open up a Zoom call until that call is finished. My Acre Boys Farming call is going on right now. What do we do on our Acre Boys Farming call? They sit with our principal farmer and they talk about ideas on farming. He gives them game on farming. He gives them game on how to farm for profit. So the community that we are curating, as what I say when I'm on live, we only involved with things that's meaningful, only involved with things that can move the needle, only involved with things that's practical, only involved with things that everyday people should and could be doing. We all could be investing in a piece of land and we all could begin farming, regardless if you own land or regardless if you live in the projects. You can farm from your windowsill. So that's what I love about what we do, because we've removed all the excuses off the table. You don't have the money for the top tier program, then you have the money for the $4.99 program. You don't have land to farm, then you have a window sill. There's no excuses. Or go back in your world and continue to scroll on social media and do nothing. Thanks for the support. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're only looking to extract people that's trying to move. If you're not trying to move, then it's just social media. It's just a number. It's just a follower. It's just a like. It's just a heart. But if you're looking to move, then you have to get in the room to where we're moving. Like, you didn't know that there was a free training last night on a Monday night at 9 p.m. How would you know? Because I didn't announce it on social media. All right, so let me check. I'm gonna check and see if my room is available and still going on. If that call, as soon as that call ends, we're gonna fire up another Zoom link, and then we're gonna go do a training on a piece of property. And all I'm saying is that if anything that the Acre Boys say, or if anything has piqued your interest, for $4.99, if it was me, I would put myself in the room, because people pay me thousands for what I'll be teaching tonight. Just the cold hard facts. And why do I'm so eager? And more importantly, forget the money. Why am I so eager to have you a part of my community? I'm so eager for that because I want to have a thriving community. Because once we're all in, if you can ever get a group of people all on the same page, then we can start doing things on a high level. This is all that other coaches do. But our culture, we're like the most stubborn and most hard-headed to get on the same page to do anything, right? And I understand why, some of the reasons why we're like that, because one, let's just call it for what it is. People have screwed people over. People don't trust people and things like that. But until you hear some dirt on our name, or until you hear we scam somebody out of some money, then don't trust me. But up to this point, all we have done was be upfront with everyone that has came in our ecosystem. I only promise one thing, that I'll give you everything that I know. That's it. If I don't know it, I can't give it to you. If you don't take the information and don't do anything with it, then that's on you. But the information, once you're in, it will be provided. What you do with the information is on you. I used to worry about that. In fact, comment the word acres to get in the room. We're going to do this free training as soon as I find out if my room is available to do it in, and I'm finding out right now. So comment the word acres. You'll get a link. Join the link. It's only $4.99. It's less than what you spend on when you go out to a fast food restaurant. Ace, is that call over, the farming call?
Let me check. I wasn't on it. Let me check.
All right, just text me, and if it's over, just let me know. I want to fire up another call. All right, thanks. So we will be going live as soon as that room open. And why do I do that, right? I bring people along because I have to work, and it's a real deal. So while I'm looking at deals and I say I have a community, I might as well let them see what we do and how we do and how we think, so they can potentially take something from it. And once you keep seeing it and keep hearing it, eventually you start to pick up on it. Then you say, oh, I remember Ray said this. Oh, I remember he looked at it this way. Then you start doing things on your own. So this thing is not about having the money for the bigger program or having the money for no program. It's about getting in the room with like-minded people, because you don't know who's in the room. I got in my top tier program. We let young people in most of the time. If you're at a certain age, like we let a 22-year-old girl in for free, right? Just because she's 22 and she wanted the information. We let her inside of the community. She didn't have the money to do land investing, but I do have older people that have money in my group. And the older people that sometimes have the money, they don't have the same hustle as a 22-year-older. So she said, Ray, I don't have the money. I said, well, sweetie, drop in there that you don't have the money. Tell your story. She dropped in the community. Hey, I'm 22 years old. I'm in college. I want to do land investing. I have the time. I have the hustle to go out and find things, but I don't have the money. 4 people jumped in the inbox and said, sweetie, you could be my runner. I have the money. So this is why we say, get in the room. You so worried about if you have the money or not. You don't know what's behind the closed doors. You're ashamed that you don't have the money, but if closed mouth don't get fed. You don't have the money, say I don't have the money. We're not there to frown on anybody for not having the money. We're there to help you try to get the money. So get in the room and say, I know I don't have the money, but I have the knack, or I have the time to go out and learn the skill set, but I need some assistance in the finance department. If you don't put yourself out there, then you can't be helped. My job is to provide information. I provide money when you bring deals. That's it. So once you find or learn how to find deals, then we can talk about money for the deal. So comment the word acres. I'm waiting to see. As soon as the room is open, and is the room open? Oh, it's not over yet. So we'll continue to talk till the room is open. And in fact, I'll drop it in the room that we're going live in 15 minutes. And for my room, my $4.99 room, it's not even necessarily all about the Acre Boys. It's about a community. We have people in there that does insurance. We have people in there that does a whole bunch of things in there. And we just throwing ideas out. If you need help for someone that does taxes, we have someone in there. We talk about probate. We talk about a bunch of different stuff in there. That's right, Charlie. Surrender that cup of Starbucks for less than a cup of coffee is what I'm saying. So, quick recap of where we've been in the last couple of days. We had our 3-day challenge, went really well, which was more like a 5-day experience because we had kickoff night and we had a bonus call. Like, if you didn't take nothing away from being with us for 5 days, if you were on that call, then I don't know, maybe your ears was clogged. But 5 exciting days. Congratulations to the people that opted into the program. I love an action taker. That's the only way to move the needle. We probably will do another one of those. We had a great time doing it. The people have demanded that we come back and do another one. So we don't have it on the schedule just yet, but in the near future, we talked about it and it will happen. We just don't have a date yet. So that was really, really, really good 3-day challenge. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people was in the VIP room. We had a guy in the VIP room. He was from Brazil, and he said that the information that y'all teaching or giving on this 3-day challenge for free, I recently paid 5 figures for the same thing. I'm well aware of what goes on in the world, and so are you. Have you ever went to a tax sale convention? Have they ever invited you just to come down? Just to come down and sit in the seats. It's a fee. And then they'll just tell you about the industry. Then they'll have a upsell for you at the end of the presentation that's going to be in 5 figures. Stop me when I'm lying. So when we do free events, it was a free event. That's what I'm saying. Our coaching needs a mind shift. Just checking to see if my room view products look good. All right, so 3-day challenge was really, really good. And then we move on to another event. Right now, we're in the process of planning in-person mastermind. I can talk about it. I can't give you a date, but it will be an in-person mastermind. It will be capped off at 30 people. So we're going to open it up for 30 people, and it'll be a full day, and we'll teach in person, step by step, about the business on land and farms. It just won't be land. It'll be land and farms. It'll be us. It'll be our principal farmer, and it'll be done from one of our properties. It will be in Atlanta because that's where the properties we have is at. So it will be there. I'm sure of that. And you will get a chance to tour the property. We have 2 properties that we have that we consider doing it on. We have a 15-acre property and we have an 84-acre property. So it'll be at one of those properties. All right. And who will hear about it first? The people in the community will hear about it first. The people that commented acres and came in, you'll hear about it first. All right. So tonight, as soon as my Zoom and my Acre Boys farming team gets off of that Zoom, we'll head over there and we'll look at, I have to look at a 20-acre property in Birmingham, Alabama. And I need to figure out what's going on with it. I need to know the logistics of it. I need to know, is the price point. Someone sent me the property and wants me to make an offer on it. And I need to evaluate it to see if it's something that I'm interested in. So it's not a practice deal. We don't have practice deals. We only practice on real situations and real deals. All right. So if you're interested in seeing how we do things for only $4.99, comment the word acres and you'll be in. And we'll love to have you because I want that room to be filled up with like-minded people, because I tell my group all the time that the end goal is for us to have 10,000, 20,000 investors in there so we can start doing crowdfunding. And once we start doing crowdfunding, there's systematic ways that we go about doing things to protect everyone. That's a video that we have in there that explains what we're looking to do once you're inside of the room, right? Once you're inside of there, you can go and watch that video and you'll get an idea of what we're speaking about, because this is what every other culture does. It's not one person that's building a subdivision. It's not one person that's building these skyscraper buildings. So when you have that type of room, you know, you can start to pool money. And I always say that when we pool in money, we only want to pool something that's not going to hurt us, right? I'm not the guy that's looking to hurt anybody's pockets, that say, hey, I need you to give $20,000 to this pot. I need $50,000 for this pot. No, the strength is in the numbers, and you have to start where you are and you grow from there. That's how I think. And you have to build trust amongst people. You have to do one deal, one scenario, gain the trust of people. Then you do 2, gain some more trust. Then you do bigger. And then everybody begin to let their guards down. They're more lax. Then we continue to go higher and higher as a community. I don't know what happened in the past and why when people do crowd funds in Black culture and steal the money. I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's the most idiotic thing to me, but they do it and they have done it. But what are you going to do now? And say we're never attempting it again? We throwing in the towel? So I say, until you hear anything or witness anything done by us, just trust that, because up to date, everything has been accurate. According to the data, and this is not my opinion, according to the people we have helped. So I'm not one of those self-proclaimed kings or self-proclaimed anything. I let the people say what it is. Have we helped? I let the people say. Because I'm comfortable at night when I go to sleep. I used to think that in the teaching capacity that, oh man, what if it doesn't work for everybody? I don't think that no more, because I'm well aware that everybody is not going to put the time, energy, and effort into it. Some people still have the poke it with a bear mentality. I'll test it, or I'll poke it to see what happens, or I'll invest part-time and hey, well, you're going to get part-time results, or you're going to get poke it results. You better step full foot in the same way that I had to. Just the facts. You're going to get transparency over here. You're going to get what it is at all times because, you know, at the age and stage that we at, and I'm well aware of my demographic. I'm well aware that we cater to grown people. Occasionally we have some youngins that come and they like the message. Great. I love that. I'm a former coach, so I'm all about the youth. But this message caters to grown people. So I don't have time to pacify grown people or fix grown people. I didn't break you or put you in that position. So I just play my position. My job is to just provide information. Now, if you take the information and you run with the information, I know it works because it has worked for me and it has worked for other adults. So if it doesn't work for you, then that's a you problem. Please tell me my room is ready to go. I hate to. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna call my Acre Boys farming guy and try to force him to close this call, and that's not good. But I don't want to be up all night doing this. Comment Acres while we get the Zoom call set up. Once you get in there, you'll see, as soon as you get in there, you'll see on the wall, it says, we're live. Here's the link. Just click the link, join the call.
Your call has been...
All right, otherwise than that, all right, they said ending the call in 2 minutes. All right. So 2 minutes, we'll go live. In this property too, even if it's not for us, someone, you may like the property. It's a 20 acre in Birmingham, right? Birmingham is one of the city areas of Alabama, right? It's a 20, you may like the property. But if you're out in social media world, then you won't see the property. All right. I'll see y'all in there. I'm about to fire up now, and we'll talk about it. In behind the scenes, you'll see us a different feel. We're a little more lax. So ladies that came over, if you have to like comb your hair or do whatever you got to do, because I don't like talking to a blank screen. So I'm gonna ask you to cut your camera on when you get in there. So if you got to comb your hair, fellas, if you got to brush your hair, whatever you got to do, I'm going to ask that you have your camera on, because for me, anytime I'm doing something and it's for free, it's boring talking to a blank screen. All right. So I will ask that you have your cameras on. So comment the word acres to get yourself over there. We're going to go and evaluate this 20 acre property, and I'll be on live in there in 5 minutes. All right. Peace.